Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna be focusing on factors. Our LO for today is we are going to identify factors of numbers up to 100. Identify here is the same as find. So we're going to find factors of numbers up to 100. Our S to S for today is first we are going to draw an F to know that we are looking for factors. I will show it to you later on. Our S to S for number 2 is we are going to start with 1 times the number. And S to S3 is we are going to continue with 2, 3, and so on. And the last step would be we're going to list out all the factors. So what are factors? What do we know about factors? Factors are numbers that are multiplied together and give the original number. So let's see what this means in the next slide. So for example 1, we're finding factors of 12. So first thing first, I'm going to write down the S to S right over here so we can see the step-by-step method that you need to do. First is you need to draw an F to know that we are looking for factors. So let's draw an F over here. So we know that F stands for factors and we're finding factors of 12. So let's write down the number right over there. So step 2, start with 1 times the number. So 1 times 12. Now, ask yourself what are other numbers that when you times them together gives 12. Step 3, continue with 2, 3, and so on. So 2 times what gives you 12? And we all know that it's 2 times 6. Next, try 3. 3 times what gives you 12? And we know that it's 4. Now, can you think of any other numbers that when you times them together gives 12? How about 4 times 3? Oh, wait. 4 times 3 is the same as 3 times 4. So you cannot write this down here because 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3. Anything else? So if you can't think of any more numbers, so we have our answers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So there you go. Those are the factors of 12. Example 2, find factors of 30. So that's our S to S right here. First is we are going to draw an F to know that we are looking for factors. And then write down 30. And then step 2 is start with 1 times the number. So 1 times 30. Step 3, continue with 2, 3, and so on. So 2 times what gives you 30? All I know is 15. And then continue with 3. 3 times what gives you 30? So that's 10. And then how about 4? Do you think 4 is a factor of 30? Do we have 4 times something gives 30? So if not, you can move on. So how about 5? 5 times 6 is 30. I think that's pretty much it. I think these are the numbers that when you multiply them together gives 30. So the answer is factors of 30 is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. So just list down all the numbers that you have here. The third example is find factors of 7. So our S2S on the other side, the first one we need to draw an F to know that we are looking for factors number 7. And then our S2S for number 2 is start with 1 times the number, 1 times 7. S2S 3, continue with 2, 3, and so on. Now, can we think of 2 times something that gives us 7? Because all I know is 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is already 8. So we don't have 7 in timetables 2. So I think the only numbers that we can multiply to get 7 is 1 times 7. So the answer is 1 and 7 as factors of 7. Now it's time for you to try, get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, and then find factors of 15, 17, and 48 one by one. Do it slowly. Follow the S2S for today. So first thing first, write down an F and start with 1 times the number, and then continue with number 2, number 3, and so on. So for factors of 15, we have 1 times 15 and 3 times 5 gives us 15. So the answer is 1, 3, 5, and 15. For 17, we only have 1 times 17 as the factors. So the answer is 1 and 17. Factors of 48, we have 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12, and 6 times 8. And the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, and 48. So let's quickly recap our LO for today. So today we identify factors of numbers up to 100, and to do that we have to follow our step-to-step method. The first one is we are going to draw an F to know that we are looking for factors, and then we're going to start with 1 times the number, then continue with 2, 3, and so on, and as the answer we're going to list all of the factors. I have provided you with today's exercise in your home learning pack. It's labeled as Tuesday, 11th of January, 2022, and the topic is finding factors. Don't forget to write down your name, day and date, and you are free to write the answers in using pen or pencils. And please, 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 there's page 2 at the back of the exercise where you need to show your working. If you have any questions or any problems, you can text me on my WhatsApp privately. And yeah, good luck everyone. That's all for today.